NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. On the move past the 40. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Singletary to get the drive started, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Back lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing now is Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Allen now on 1st down. It's complete to Diggs.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Now Allen again. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Alert, alert, alert!
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. They run for the first time with James Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Cook again. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Tua now on first down. And the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. Tyler Matakavich coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. To try again after the sack. Tua under pressure, and they got to him again. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position. 6-0 our score after 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. That is complete downfield to Knox. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Allen's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Singletary will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, they moved the the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Brandon Jones picking it off.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Right where this set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. That's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. That's caught, and he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Isaiah McKenzie. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Bills have cut the lead back down to 2. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people are starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, 37 yards, as his guys have now moved out in front.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen off the play fake. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he is going to have the Bills 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen out to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging the
touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. Tua going to try and throw for it. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On first down, Allen. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
A final shot before half for Allen. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
Bills 14. Jason Sanders to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Allen going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Gets this one to Morris. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Throwing is Allen on third. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Alert! Allen gonna go on fourth down. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And again it's Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Again, it'll be Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. And they'll try and run it in with Singletary. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
On play action, here's Tua. That's into a crowd and intercepted. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Allen will try to throw for it. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath in the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 45 on 2nd down, Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to have it here just past the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing to start the drive. Allen over the middle, complete. That's McKenzie. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch. It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Matt Milano able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills Dolphins have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
Well, they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from... And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They hand it off to Mostert. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Back to throw is Tua. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing is Allen. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off Byron Jones. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Allen. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did. for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one.